Good day, grade 5 math learners. I am Ma'am Veronica Rolyan of Lingunan Elementary School, and I will be your math teacher of today. Are you ready to listen? Now, before we start, I want you to get your notebook and your ballpen as well as your self-learning module and be ready for today's activity. Let's get started on a fun numerical day. Now, we are now in quarter 4, week 4, and based on the most essential learning competency, you will be able to learn how to solve routine and non-routine problems involving volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Are you ready? But before that, I want you to take this activity. Let's find out if you still remember the lessons that you have learned last week. This activity is entitled Feel Mo, Feel Ko. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to complete the statement. Complete the statement of the following. Fill in the blanks. All you have to do is type in your answer on the comment box. Are you ready? Timer starts now. Time is up. Now, let's find out if you get the correct answer. For number 1, blank is the amount of space occupied by a solid figure. What is your answer? If your answer is volume, you got the correct answer. For number 2, the standard measure of volume always in blank units. The standard measure of volume is always in blank units. The answer is cubic units. And for number 3, the volume of a rectangular prism is computed by getting the product of the 3 dimensions in any particular order. We have the length, the width, and height. Did you get a perfect score? Good job, grade 5 math learners. Let's have another one. For number 4 and 5, timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Now let's check your work. For number 4, the volume of a rectangular prism is computed using the formula V equals blank. The answer is base times height, where B is the blank of the base. It is the area of the base, and H is the height of the prism. Did you get a correct answer? Now, let's have number 5. The formula for the volume of a cube is volume equals, you're right, S times S or times S, or S to the third power or S cube, where S is the length of the side or edge of the cube. Good job, grade 5 math learners. Now, let's have another one. This time, a warm-up activity. Hashtag warm-up. What are you going to do? Since last week, you've learned about how to compute the volume. Now, you're going to compute for the volume of number 1. What solid figure is this? You're right. It is a rectangular prism. Now, the measurements of this rectangular prism is the length of 8 centimeters, width 4 centimeters, and the height of 5 centimeters. Again, you have 60 seconds to compute. Compute now! All right, type in your answer now on the comment box. Now, the formula in finding the volume of a rectangular prism is V equals length times width times height. So, multiply 8 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. The answer is 160 cubic centimeters. Did you get the correct answer? You're amazing, grade 5 learners. Now, for number 2. What solid figure is this? Yes, it's a cube. This cube measures a side of 10 centimeters. Compute for the volume. Timer starts now. Time is up. What is the formula in finding the volume of a cube? Yes, you're right. Volume equals side times side times side. Or it could be you're going to multiply 10 centimeters times centimeters and 10 centimeters. Now, what is the answer? It is 1,000 cubic centimeters. You can also use this formula, V equals S to the third power or S cubed. You'll do the same thing, you just multiply 10 times 10 times 10. And the answer is 1,000 cubic centimeter. Did you get the correct answer? You're all amazing, grade 5 math learners. Now, let's have this one. This time, we're going to have our hashtag POTD. What is POTD? That is problem of the day. Now, what is our problem of the day? Heart wants to know which box has a greater volume. Let us help her by getting the volume of each box given the length of the side or edge, length, width, and height. So, heart has 2 boxes. So, this is box A, which has a side, and this is box B, which has width, it has length, and height. Now, we are going to find out the volume of each box. Now, let's compute the volume of each box. For box A, the measurement of the side is 5 centimeters. For box B, the length is 10 centimeters, the width is 4 centimeters, and the height is 3 centimeters. Let's continue. If we're going to solve for the volume of a cube, you're going to get this by multiplying side times side times side, or s to the 3rd power, or s cubed. Now, let's substitute. 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters is equivalent to 125 cubic centimeters. So this is the volume of box A. Now let's go to the volume of box B. The length is 10 centimeters, the width is 4 centimeters, and height of 3 centimeters. Now, this is the formula. V for volume equals length times width times height. So let's substitute. 10 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters. Can you compute it? Start computing now. Okay, the product is 120 cubic centimeters. So for box B, the volume is 120 cubic centimeters. Now, let us compare. For box A, the volume is 125 cubic centimeters. For box B, the volume is 120 cubic centimeters. Which box has a greater volume? Yes, you are right. Box A has the greater volume than box B. Did you get it? Did you understand? Let's have another example. Let's have problem number 2. A closet is 9 feet tall and 6 feet long and 4 feet wide. So this is the closet. In the closet, there is a box of old clothes that is 3 feet wide, 4 feet long, and 3 feet wide. How much space is left in the closet? Let's take a look at this one. Now, let's analyze the problem. How are we going to solve this? First, we have to understand what is S in the problem. Type in your answer in the comment box. What is S in the problem? You're right. The space left in the closet. And what are the given facts? The given facts are, for the closet, it has 4 feet wide, 6 feet long, and 9 feet tall. And the box inside the closet, the measurement is 3 feet wide, 4 feet long, and 3 feet tall. Now let's plan. What are we going to do to solve this problem? What operation to be used? Correct. It's a multiplication and subtraction. So we have 2 operations. What is the number sentence? Since we're going to solve the space is left in the closet, we have the volume left equals volume of the closet minus volume of the box. Now let's substitute. Volume of the closet is 4 feet tall times 6 feet tall times 6 feet. So 4 times 6 times 9 minus the volume of the box is 3 feet times 4 feet times 3 feet. Now, let us solve. 4 times 6 is 24 squared feet because we're going to find the area of the base. Multiply to height times 9. So, let's solve. So, 24 times 9, you get 216. Then, let's solve on the volume of the box. 3 times 4 is equal to 12 squared feet. Multiply to the height times 3, that is 12 times 3 is 36. You're right. Now, to find the volume left, because that is the question that we're going to answer, we have to subtract 216 and 36. So, 216 minus 36, so 6 minus 6, yes, is 0. So, 1 minus 3 cannot be. We have to regroup. 1 will become 11, and 2 will become 1. And then now we subtract. 11 minus 3, it's 8. And 1 minus 0 is 1. Now, the volume left is 180 cubic feet. So, the answer to this question, how much space is left in the closet? 180 cubic feet is the space left in the closet. Did you understand? Let's keep going for better understanding. So, let's have problem number 3. So, let us read. A refrigerator in a dining area is 6 feet tall, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet long. The question is, what is the capacity of the refrigerator? Can you help me? What are we going to do? First, let's understand the problem. What is S in the problem again? Yes, you are right. The capacity of the refrigerator. What are the given facts? 6 feet tall, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet long are the given facts. And let's plan. What operation to be used? Yes, it's multiplication. Correct. Now, what is the number sentence? We're going to apply the formula. Since a refrigerator, the solid figure represents the refrigerator is a rectangular prism. So we're going to follow this formula. Volume equals length times width times height. So let's substitute. 3 feet times 2 feet times 6 feet. Can you compute it? Go now. Let's try to compute this one. And let's solve. This is your answer. 3 times 2 is 6. Times 6 is 36. You're right. So, what is the capacity of the refrigerator? 36 cubic feet is the capacity of the refrigerator. Very good. Now, let's move on. Let's have another example. For problem number 4. If the volume of a cube is 64 cubic centimeters, what is the measure of each of its sides? So, this is the box. So, the measurement of the sides are missing. The volume is 64 cubic centimeter. Let us plan. Again, what is asked in the problem? What is the measure of each side? Or the measure of each side of the cube. That is the unknown. What are the given facts? Volume of the cube is equal to 64 cubic centimeters. Now, how are we going to solve the problem? Let us plan. Since the volume of the cube is 64 cubic centimeter and the volume of the cube is solved by multiplying the measure of the side to itself 3 times. So this is the formula. Volume equals side times side times side. Look for a number that can be multiplied to itself 3 times to get 64. Think of a number. Okay. What will be the number? When we multiply it 3 times to itself, you'll get the answer 64. Okay, let us solve. Let's try to use 4. Let's multiply 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4, compute now. The answer is? Correct, it's 64. Yes. So, what is the measure of its sides? The answer is 4 centimeters. So, each side of the cube measures 4 centimeters. Are you ready, grade 5 math learners, for another example? Did you understand? Now, let's have our last example, problem number 5. Uno wants to have his aquarium half filled with water. If the dimensions of the aquarium is 30 centimeter by 20 centimeter by 25 centimeter, how much water will be used? This is the aquarium of Uno. So, this is the measurement. How are we going to solve? Let's understand. What is S in the problem again? It's the amount of water Uno will use to half fill the aquarium. What are the given facts? 30 centimeter by 20 centimeter by 25 centimeter is the dimension of the aquarium. What is the hidden information? In this problem, there is a hidden information. Yes, it's the volume of the aquarium. Let's plan. How to solve the unknown and how to solve the hidden information. Now, let's try to apply the formula. So again, what's the formula? Since aquarium is a rectangular prism in shape, so you have to follow this formula. Volume equals length times width times height. So V equals L times W times H. So let's solve. First, we have to solve for the hidden information. What is the volume of the aquarium? So the volume is, let's substitute, 30 centimeters times 20 centimeters times 25 centimeter. So let's have 30 times 20, it's what? 600. Now, let's multiply 600 times 25. So let's take it one by one. So 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 5 is also 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Now, let's have the second digit. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0, 0 again. And 2 times 6 is, yes, it's 12. Now, let's add the partial products. So, 0, just bring down 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 again is 0. And 3 plus 2 is, yes, 5. And 1, bring down 1. Okay, so, what is the volume of the aquarium? It's 15,000 cubic centimeters. Is this our final answer? Yes, this is not yet our final answer because we are just solving for the volume of the aquarium. But the question is, the amount of water will be used by Uno. So let us solve. Again, the hidden information. Since Uno wants the aquarium to be just half filled with water, take note of that, half filled with water. So, since we already know the volume of the aquarium, which is 15,000 cubic centimeter, to solve for the volume of the water, we have to divide the volume of the aquarium by 2. So, 15,000 cubic centimeter divided by 2. Because it's half filled with water. Remember that. So, let us try to solve. Remember, how do we divide numbers? How do we divide whole numbers? So, just simply follow the DMSB. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So, that's the steps. So, let's start. 15,000 divided by 2. Let's start with 15. 15 divided by 2? Yes, it's 7. Then multiply 7 times 2. It's 14. Now let's subtract. 15 minus 14 is 1. You have to bring down 0. Remember, you have to bring down one digit at a time. So, let's repeat the process, the DMSB. So, let's divide. 10 divided by 2, it's 5. Then subtract, then multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. So, let's subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0. Since we still have digits to be bring down, so all you have to do is repeat the process again. So, bring down 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0 again. So, yun subtract. There's another digit to be bring down, that is 0. And then repeat the process. So, 0 divided by 2, the answer is 0. And that will be our quotient. So, the answer for this problem, the amount of water will be used. Therefore, Uno will use 7,500 cubic centimeters of water to half fill the aquarium. Did you understand all our problem for today? I guess so. So for better understanding, let's find out if you really understand the lesson today. So this time, it's your own. So hashtag own your own. You're going to solve the following problems. So for each problem, I'll give you 3 minutes. So let's start with number 1. A toy block is 3 inches wide, 2 inches long, and 4 inches tall. What is the volume of a tower that is built by 5 toy blocks? Okay, get now your notebook and ball pen and try to solve this. And after you solve it, you type in your answer on the comment box. Get ready. Time starts now. Okay, by the way, so these are the questions that you're going to answer, by the way. So you have A, B, C, and D question. What is asked? What are given? What is or are the operation to be used? What is the number sentence? And the complete answer. Timer starts now. Time is up. Okay, let us check. What is asked? Your answer should be the volume of a tower that is built by 5 toy blocks. And for letter B, what are given? So these are the given. A toy block that has 3 inches wide, 2 inches long, and 4 inches tall. And what is or are the operations to be used? It's multiplication. What is the number sentence? So volume is equal to 5 times. You have to solve for the volume of the toy block, which is 3 inches times 2 inches times 4 inches. And the complete answer, the volume of a tower that is built by the 5 toy blocks is 120 cubic inches. Did you get a perfect score? You're amazing, grade 5 learners. Let's have number 2. This time you have only 60 seconds to answer. Find the volume of a cube with an edge or side that measures 2 centimeters. Timer starts now. Okay, so let us find the answer. So type in your answer on the comment box. So this is a cube. It has an edge of 2 centimeters. And to find the volume is equal to s cubed or s to the 3rd power. So multiply 2 centimeters times 2 centimeters times 2 centimeters. And the answer is 8 cubic centimeters. So that is the volume of a cube. Now let's have number 3. A plant box in the shape of a cube will be filled with soil. How much soil will be needed to have the box 3/4 full if its side measures 5 inches? Can you solve it? Now let us try. You got 3 minutes to answer this one. Try to solve it. Okay, so that will be, let us try to solve this one. Now, first, you have to calculate the volume of the box first. So what is the volume of the box? Since it is a shape of a cube, so s to the third power, or s cubed. Now, you are going to multiply 5 inches times 5 inches times 5 inches. And your answer should be 125 cubic inches. So that is the volume of the box. Now, since we're going to find out how much soil will be needed, so since the plant box will only be 3/4 full with soil, again, 3/4 full of soil, so you have to find 3/4 times 125 cubic inches rather. So you have to multiply it. So kasi 3/4 of 125. So 3/4 times 125, so you have to 3 times 125 divided by 4. So let us solve. 3 times 125 is 375. Divided by 4, your answer should be 93 and 75 hundredths. Now, so the amount of soil needed is 93 and 75 hundredths cubic inches, or 93.75 cubic inches. Did you get it? Okay, all right. You're all amazing grade 5 learners. Good job. Very good. Now, let's try to have another one. Oliver is choosing between 2 containers to buy. He plans to use the container to hold sugar. The first container measures 6 inches on all sides, while the second has dimensions of 6 inches by 4 inches by 5 inches. Which container can hold more sugar? Now, try to solve this one again. Okay, time is up. Now you write or type in your answer now on the comment box. Let us solve this one. The answer for this is the first container. So let's solve. First container, the volume is side times side times side. So all you have to do is multiply 6 inches times 6 inches times 6 inches. So 6 times 6 times 6 is 216 cubic inches. That is the first container, the volume of the first container. For the second container, so it is a rectangular prism, so length times width times height. So substitute the given, 6 inches times 4 inches times 5 inches. So the product is 120 cubic inches. Now let us compare which has a greater volume. So which container can hold more sugar? The answer is the first container can hold more sugar. Congratulations, grade 5 learners. If you get the correct answer, good job. Okay, since we are done in our lesson, so always remember din, #Kim, keep in mind. So, first, you have to solve word problems involving volume of a cube and a rectangular prism by understand the problem by identifying the given facts. Know what is asked and substitute the given to the formula. In getting the volume of cube, the formula is volume is equals s to the third power or s cube, or volume equals side times side times side, where s is the measure of the side, v is equal to volume. To get the volume of a rectangular prism, the formula is volume equals base times height, or the area of the base, and multiply it by height. Or volume equals length times width times height, where B is area of the base and V equals volume. Did you get it? I hope you keep it in mind. Now, it's now for question and answer. So I ask you to type in your answer if you have any question. Did you type in your question if you have something to ask to me? Now, this is the question that I get. The question is, what is the difference between area and volume? Okay, that's a good question. When we say area, it is the amount of space in a two-dimensional figure. So we are going to get the how many square units in a two-dimensional figure. Let's say example, rectangle, square. So it's a flat surface. While the volume, you got to get the amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. So that's how the solid figure. So we have the rectangular prism, the cube. And area is measuring the square units in square units. So how many square units for area? For volume, it's the number of cubic units. So that's how they differ. Okay? So that's it. I have this quotation. Children need to have both time to think and the motivation to think for themselves, to develop an expert reading brains. The speed and volume of information should not be confused with true knowledge. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, listening, and participating. See you again on the next Valenzuela Live. Again, this is Ma'am Veronica Rollion of Lingunan Elementary School. Keep safe and healthy at home. Bye!